Not really.
I try to. For example, my plastic bottles, I make sure I don't throw it in the trash bin, I put it in the recycling bin.
Yeah.
I try to, at least. At home, we separate a lot of the bottles that you buy into a different pile and we bring it to the recycling bin outside of our house. So our family at least tries a bit. Not as much as we should though. Yeah.
Not for now, but planning to. I think animals, like sea creatures, keep eating those plastics and it really affects the food chain in the sea.
I don't know like specifics about it, but I know that it's pretty terrible. There's like all these like plastic, I don't know what you call them, like garbage mounds floating around the ocean, and yeah, the effect on the environment is probably very terrible.
I know it's too much and it impacts quite a lot of things, like animals get caught in the plastic, and like if you even go to Hong Kong, at the beaches everywhere is plastic. Like once I was swimming with friends, we were inside the water for 2 minutes because at one point we were surrounded by trash and we couldn't handle it anymore.
I know that it's very common to find waste in the ocean these days. There's like this place in the Pacific known as the area covered in plastic, and it's just floating around like a packed plastic waste just floating around the ocean. There have been efforts to clean it, but it's a lengthy process and it's getting worse and worse over time.
Claustrophobic.
Trapped.
No.
Can't breathe at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll just take it off again. You know, right now I feel okay, but I think that in a few minutes it's gonna start to get very suffocating.
I can't see anything and no oxygen.
I feel so restricted.
Yes.
And it's like, I just wanna...
I feel very weird, embarrassed. No, I'm just kidding.
We could take it up again.
No, it's okay. It's very restrictive.
Yeah.
Even though I'm clearly in a very open space, just having that on my head felt very claustrophobic. So yeah.
There are 5 massive gyres in our oceans that collect huge amounts of plastic in one spot. The largest of them, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, is estimated to be roughly twice the size of the United States of America.
I'm gonna give you some props. Would you want to eat this plastic bag?
Oh, I can't even cut it.
So why don't you want to eat it?
It's tasteless and no sauce.
No sauce.
No sauce and like, I don't know, it doesn't look pleasant and attractive to me.
No, thanks.
Why not?
Well, it will get stuck in my system, right? I'll die eventually.
Die. Like, should we update our maps now and have like this I don't know, I guess it's not a land mass, but it's like a garbage mass, right?
Yeah, and not everything is floating on top, so some of it is also below, right?
Okay.
It's not necessarily quite as visible as you'd imagine, but it's all in this one area, under the water, on top floating, on the bottom.
I'm gonna give you this and this. Would you like to eat the plastic bag?
No,
Why not?
because it is not food for human.
According to the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, plastic debris kills an estimated 100,000 marine mammals annually, as well as millions of birds and fish. On top of that, we eat animals that have eaten animals that have eaten our plastic waste. So essentially, unless you're a vegetarian, you already regularly eat what is in front of you right now.
How I feel about it, I think it's horrible that we produce so much plastic and throw so much plastic into the oceans because it comes right back to us. And it sucks for the creatures that live in the ocean.
I feel like this whole thing is a ruse to make me into a vegetarian.
Back. Yeah. It's like such an overwhelming issue. It's like hard to describe how big it is and how you feel about it. It's just bad.
And I would probably have a lot of problems with my health.
Well, that's a little sad to know, especially just because I had seafood just now. Knowing that fish could have potentially eaten something of this nature, or any every other time when I have seafood, knowing that fish probably has gone through oceans of waste around it, or it has consumed other fish or seafood that is contaminated with such toxic produce and of something of this nature. It's sad, obviously, which is our problems that we believe are not affecting us when we create these problems, but in the end they come back to us and bite us back. It's a vicious cycle, and it's getting worse and worse until we do something.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah.
That is pretty bad. Well, basically, all these sea creatures get poison from that, right? So we actually eat that poison?
Pretty much.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, it all comes
Haven't
back
heard
to
of
us.
that. Wow.
Yeah.